It's 7:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. The Prime Minister is visiting the Hunter today to announce the first round of funding for a major upgrade of the Williamtown RAF base. About a quarter of the almost $1 billion earmarked for the project will be spent on new and refurbished office accommodation and commercial facilities, with work due to start mid-next year. Patterson MP Bob Baldwin says it's in preparation for the arrival of the 72 Joint Strike Fighters from late 2018.
As part of our national security effort is we equip the men and women of our defence forces with the very best technology that we can afford. These Joint Strike Fighters will be the latest state-of-the-art technology. They will make sure that we have relative air superiority in our region, so we're better able to defend the national interests of Australia.
Tony Abbott will then meet with Dungog residents affected by the April flood, which devastated the town and claimed the lives of 3 people. Mayor Harold Johnston says the PM will host an afternoon tea to hear how residents are picking up the pieces and recovering from the natural disaster.
A visit just to see for himself the impact of our storm, and up to ourselves really to make what we can of that. And I hope he will understand exactly. It's very difficult to understand these things from afar, so it's good that he's going to be here in person.
A Newcastle University student has been treated for a laceration to the head after being assaulted and robbed on campus last night. The 21-year-old had just left the tutorial at about 7 o'clock and was walking along a cycleway when he was approached from behind by a young male before being knocked to the ground by a second male while another 2 watched on. The group stole the student's backpack, which contained a laptop. Those fighting for and against the controversial Mount Thorley Warkworth mine expansion will continue to push their case this morning. The Planning Assessment Commission heard from 68 people at its public hearing yesterday, with a further 56 to speak today. Bulga residents say the expanded mine will destroy their town, while the mine's general manager says it will protect about 1,300 jobs and boost the local economy. Cancer Council supporters are sitting down to their research breakfast by the beach at Merriweather Surf House to meet University of Newcastle scientists combating the illness. Breast cancer researcher Dr. Catherine Skelding will inform attendees of the benefits of their donations, as will Dr. Chen Jiang, whose work is focusing on bowel cancer and melanoma. Regional Manager Shane Connell says the chief investigators received a combined $1.1 million in grants from the public.
Cancer Council New South Wales is the largest non-government funder of cancer research in Australia, and so many people support the cancer cause that it's really important that they're aware that all of that fundraising actually doesn't just go to the larger institutions in Sydney and Melbourne, but actually we have world-class researchers right here in Newcastle.
And the National Disability Insurance Scheme is being rolled out in Maitland from today. A further 5,000 people will now have access to the scheme, giving them better support, joining just over 4,000 people in Newcastle and Lake Macquarie who've been taking part in the trial for the past 2 years. The expansion will also see about 100 extra disability and community service providers get involved in the NDIS.
Sport for our sponsor, NewcastleCheapestCars.com.au.
Newcastle Knights newcomer Damien Sirenen will mark his first game in red and blue this weekend, joining the forward pack for Sunday's New South Wales Cup clash with the Sea Eagles. It could prove a welcome boost for the side, following promising performances from Sam Mataora, Joe DePini, Clint Newton and Danny Levi off the bench. Coach Rick Stone says he'll be phased in.
Obviously, we'll see how he goes in the New South Wales Cup, but he might take a couple of games to find his feet, give him an opportunity to sort of start within New South Wales Cup and possibly push for a position into our NRL team.
Curry will be pushing to claim their place in the Newcastle Rugby League top 5 this weekend as they prepare to face Lakes in Saturday's blockbuster at Carl Oval. The side sits just 2 points shy of the top pack after last round's 22-18 victory over Souths. And South Cardiff co-captain Daniel Johnson is preparing to celebrate a major milestone in the National Premier League this Saturday, racking up 250 senior games with the club when the Gunners face the Jets youth at Ulinga Oval. That's sport. I'm Belinda De Los Harris.
To NURFM News Time 26 to 8.